friends, now we discuss geophysics. Not love geophysics, we will learn for Csir net. Okay, another examination. So let's start our discussion. Okay, we mainly discuss here diagram. Okay, important diagram which will help to understood and all those topics. Okay. You know that it is a because here you have vast topics. Okay, but we shortly discuss all the things. Okay. First, North Pole here. It is North Pole and magnetic meridian. It is, and east. This diagram represents a particle. This diagram represents definition of the geomagnetic elements, the geographic fields, and describes X North Pole and Y. X North Pole. Y is the vertically downward Z. Cartesian components by the angles of declination and inclination altogether. Okay, so it is the diagram. Total fault intensity F. Okay, next diagram, geomagnetism. Okay, this schematic cross sections through magnetosphere. Schematic cross section through magnetosphere, showing various regions of interaction on the Earth's magnetic field and with the solar wind. Okay, Earth magnetic field and the solar wind. Here is solar wind. Okay, all are solar winds. Here flow and Bose shock. It is and magnetos earth. Okay, magnetos earth in this region. Magnetos earth. Okay, magnetopause. It is magnetic equator. It is okay. It is magnetic equator. Earth ready. It is, and you have Van Allen belts. It is the Van Allen belt. It is mainly okay, and it is mainly Van Allen belt. So here the Earth's equator, Earth ready. Okay, it is. So you can see this. Next, this diagram represents of the inner and outer Van belts. Change particles trapped by the magnetic field in the Earth on the Earth. Van Allen belts, magnetic field. It is the Van Allen belt. It is okay. Default field axis. It is distance from the Earth to the magnetic equator. Outer Van Allen belt, inner Van Allen belt. Inner Van Allen belt it is, and it is outer Van Allen belt. Okay. Next discuss करेंगे charged particles from the solar winds are constrained to move in a helical fashion. Okay, about the geomagnetic field lines after Van Fast 10 1962. Magnetic equator it is. It is the line. Okay. Aurora Borealis belt, and it is the Aurora Australis belt. Borealis and Australis, lower South America. Magnetic default field lines. It is outer. Okay, geomagnetic axis it is north component, east component, vertical component. It is the north component, east component, and vertical component. Vertical middle, and it is middle, and here middle, but the curved edge, some convex types. Okay. It is cross section through Earth's showing the layered structure of the ionosphere. North Pole it is Earth rotation Earth rotation, F1 layer, okay, F2 layer, F1 layer, solar radiation, it is solar radiation on cross section, so showing the layer of the structure of the ionosphere. Okay, Fe layer, it is Fe layer, and it is F layer, okay. Here F2 layer, F1 layer, F layer, it is F1 and F2, it's divided. It is the day, it is the night. Okay, universal time for intensity and Mercury observatory. It is the diagram, axial cross section showing the fields of geometrics, so field line geometrics of dipole, quadrupole, octopole fields. Earth fields is rotationally symmetrical about the axis of the configuration. The corresponding zone spheres, spherical, harmonics, and illustration symbolically by studying and alternate zones in the magnetic fields lines written to the surface area sphere. It is where we can see dipole, quadrupole, octopole, axis rotational symmetry n equal to 1 dipole, quadrupole 2 n equal to zonal harmonics. Okay, it is n equal to 3 octopole. A rotation axis of rotation symmetry. It is sectoral harmonic pattern. Sectoral harmonic pattern, it is symmetry relative to the axis of rotation, sectoral and terrestrial spherical harmonic function. And it is geomagnetism. The diagram represents the energy density spectrum derived from measurement of the geometric field by the MAGSAT, Earth orbiting satellite. Okay, core field, dipole, MAGSAT data, crystal fields, noise field, geomagnetism and polymagnetism. The isoclinal map of the geomagnetic field for the year 1980s AD after Mernil and McEtheley 1983. Then the total intensity of the International Geomagnetic Reference Field for 2000. Source NASA. Inclination. Map of geomagnetic fields 1980. After them, okay, it is the diagram. Okay, geomagnetic fields for the year 1980s that is. Inclination and total intensity. 30 knots, 30 degree. The curve is so you understood that how much inclined this area. Okay. And geomagnetism and polymagnetism. Okay, westward drift. The figure shows that variation of latitude average westward drift rates. Estimates from inclination and declination observation, all geomagnetic observation in the northern hemisphere. The curve gives the angular rotation, gives rates at the surface of the core for a linear velocity of 0.058 cm per second. Okay, latitude north 30 60, angular rate of drift for constant linear velocity of 0.58 millimeters per second at the top of the core. Latitude of average westward drift rates estimation, inclination and declination observation at geomagnetic observation in the northern hemisphere. And angular rotation here is declination and inclination. Declination, it is the curve. Okay, 60 degree. It is, then it is, then it is. Okay, it is the declination. and inclination is in, okay, inclination it is. So it is the curve. Angular rate of drift or constant linear velocity it is. Okay. Radial distance kilometer, angular velocity of core relative to mantle, inner core, outer core, interpreted velocity distribution, multi-layer core model. Change of angular moment, okay, usually are content fluid motion enhanced by geomagnetism and paleo-magnetism. Magnetic characteristics of planets, okay, planet Mercury, Venus, okay, all have mean orbital radius. It is Mercury 0.38. You can see that mean radius. It is, okay, period of rotation days, magnetic dipole, okay, magnetic dipole highest. It is Jupiter. Equivalent equatorial magnetic dipole tilt to the rotational axis. Change diagram shows the change the time of particle density and magnetic field along the path of the twin spot spacecraft during the flight west to the planet Mercury, okay, and Mercury. Magnetosphere, Bow-Stroke, okay, magnetic fields, NT, density particles. It is here you can carve, see that's the heat where high and it was 2040, okay, it is a high level to 50. Okay, magnetic fields and density here increase and here increase. 2100 and 2030. And it is a diagram. The remnant induced the total magnetization in a rock for arbitrary case. Okay, a primary circuit. Okay. Okay, simplified principles of flux gate magnetometer. Primary secondary electric circuits includes coils wrapped around the parallels, strips, okay, metal in opposite and similar senses respectively. The output signal in the electromagnetic field proportional to the net rate of change magnetic area. Here you can see primary circuit, secondary circuit, okay, core 1, core 2. Here is the circuit, and here we flux gate magnetosphere we measure. Circuit, electronic circuit here you have, and magnetic fields सिग्नल के बारे में हम देख रहे हैं. ये कहाँ पर, हाँ ये किस टाइम पे, ठीक है, तो ये देख रहे हैं. And this diagram represents the elements of the proton precision magnetism. Current in the magnetism coil produces a strong F that magnetizes movements of the protons. While the fields F is including and alternating the current of the coil. Okay, here you can see the proton spin magnetic moment. It is okay. And it is the BT, geomagnetic field, and magnetizing coal, and it is photo-rich fluid of water, alcohol. And here current moving to be here, and the flow magnetic moment. So magnetic fields F. Okay, here precision of here last precision of spin with the frequency F. Field direction, and this diagram shows geometry and palemagnetism, the principle of the actions of operation of optically, okay, pumped magnetometer after telephone. Okay, here pumping of the here each electrons initially divided between the grounds. It is electrons pumping perfectly preferentially fills energy level G2 of the ground state. Pumping complete. Pumping nullified the RF signal. Current minimum, current maximum. Okay, current minimum. Lamp filter removes the G2 edge. CS. If a diagram there is very important here. So it is a here an airborne magnetic serving the magnetometer may be mounted rigidly airborne end of the boom. देख सकते हैं डायग्राम इसके बारे में दिया हुआ है ट्री के बारे में दिया हुआ है एयरप्लेन शिप एंड हेलीकॉप्टर फ्लाइट अल्टीट्यूड दिया हुआ है सी लेवल से हाइट फ्लाइट अल्टीट्यूड सी लेवल से हाइट दिया है ओके कांस्टेंट हाइट मेन फ्लाइट लाइन क्रॉस फ्लाइट लाइन इसके बारे में दिया हुआ है distribution of south poles, distribution of north poles, okay, great deepest, okay, etc. North pole distribution of great path इसके बारे में देख सकता है and definition of the solid angle, okay, and subtended by an area surface of the sphere radius, okay, solid angle it is as our area A and radius it is R. So all the things we discussed and again next week में हम others discuss करेंगे.